So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge in Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, and no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob and I'm glad to know you.
At Papa Murphy's, we know family time is more important than ever. And our family wants to do all we can to help your family. So we're making it easier to get pizza made from scratch that you bake at home by offering online ordering everywhere and delivery and curbside pickup where we can. So you can keep family time as normal as possible. Papa Murphy's, we're in this together.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, one foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
At Clement Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal to completely satisfy every customer, every day. Because our customers are like family to us. You'll also experience the teamwork of our professional and knowledgeable staff. They're authentic, caring, and the best in the industry. And when you choose from our great selection of new Toyotas or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, you'll experience a process that's efficient, easy, and transparent. Experience amazing at Clement Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
When you think fun, think Clamoya Casino.
At Clement Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal.
100 years,
Testing,
safest
1, 2,
and the leader
3,
in
4, 5,
workers'
6,
comp,
7, 8,
helping
9,
Oregon businesses
10, 11,
and
12,
workers.
13.
Our expert
Okay,
service
now I'm
and
gonna flip.
innovative safety and health
Okay,
programs
and then-
support Oregon businesses in
So
every
let me turn the
corner
radio
of the state.
off. So now you shouldn't hear the radio at all. Test, 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 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Test, 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 1, 2. Test, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Little hot. Okay, so if I'm a little hot, then all you gotta do is turn this down just a tad. Turn that down just a little bit. Here, Bobby, you want to talk a little bit?
Okay, 10-5.
Test. 1.
All of a sudden, Mike Safford is on the phone talking to
Okay, so
the
now I'm going to
station.
flip it back. So I'm going to take us off.
To be serviced at a local and participating Toyota dealership, you can receive a premium Oregon State giveaway item as a member of the Toyota Rewards Program. To join the program, visit osubeavers.com/Toyota Rewards Program. The Beavers were the 1st and 10 after the stop on downs at their own 23-yard line, moving from left to right as we sit high above the western sideline at Allegiant Stadium. Let's send it down quickly to John.
Well, a viewer noticed and then let us know, hey, both the helmets have, both sides have a Mike sticker on them. And yes, I've got it confirmed it is in homage to Mike Leach.
Thank you, Mike in Seattle, for recognizing that. As the Beavers go to work, 1st and 10 at the 23, up 30-0. Gulbranson under center, Jake Levengood, and gives it on the end around to Josiah Irish.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail, and over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, and no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Well, you're more than just an auto loan or checking account. You're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them, and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail, and over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, and no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
Incomplete, intended for Jack Velling on the sideline. So the Beavers will send Luke Loescher out for the punt, and the Beavs again will go to work defensively, trying to keep the shutout intact. The win and loss is no longer in question. The Beavers will finish this year as a 10-3 football team, but you really can sense from the fans who are fully engaged here at Allegiant Stadium, they don't want to see the other guy score at all.
Yeah, I think that's the suspense that's been left over with 6 minutes left in this football game is, will Florida, in fact, get on the scoreboard?
The snap is on target to Luke Loescher. Oh, another nice one. Backpedaling, letting it go. It bounces inside the 10 and then comes back upfield to about the 13 where Cade Brownholtz downs it. And Florida will go to work at the 13-yard line after a full timeout on the field. It has been a tremendous season for the Beavers, and fittingly, the season in microcosm here in the second half. A tremendous exhibition of Oregon State football. 5:51 to go in the fourth. The Beavers 30, Florida nothing. Back after this on the Beavers Sports Network from Learfield.
In 1931, Oregon State's football team compiled a 6-3-1 record, playing their home games at Bell Field in Corvallis. That same year, Umpqua Dairy began making ice cream to sell to passengers at the train station in Roseburg. 3 generations later, they're still producing award-winning ice cream, and you don't have to wait at the train station. Simply visit your local grocery store. Thanks to Umpqua Dairy for your support of our Beavers and for making the best ice cream in the nation.
You're listening to Oregon State football.
Oh, yes.
On the Beavers Sports Network. 104.3 and 960 Sports and Lithia Jeep Chrysler Dodge of Klamath Falls presents Oregon Tech Lady Owls basketball. Today's game is brought to you by Lake of the Woods Resort, Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty, your local Les Schwab Tire Centers, Abby's Pizza, Quail Mountain Coffee Company, Pepsi Cola, Rogue Credit Union, Klamath Falls Toyota, Phil Kensler, your local State Farm agent, Klamath Falls Subaru, Wainema Electric, Papa Murphy's Pizza, Coastal Farm and Ranch Store, the award-winning Running Y Ranch Resort, Howard's Meat Center, My Mechanic, Pacific Power, Basin Telecom and Basin Alarm, Main Street Jewelers, Lithia Jeep Chrysler Dodge of Klamath Falls, Applebee's, Sky Lakes Medical Center, Clamoya Casino, Academy Mortgage, Klamath Falls Honda, the Oregon Army National Guard, Pacific Electric Contractors, The Days Inn, Turn Tom Point S Tire, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union, Harbor Isle Tennis and Fitness, and Mountain Mike's Pizza.
This afternoon here in Klamath Falls, the Oregon Tech women's basketball team looks for a weekend sweep as Evergreen is in town as the Lady Owls look to try to get above the 500 mark in Cascade Conference play. Glad you could join us here this afternoon from Danny Miles Court. Mike Safford with you. Bobby Thompson will join us in a bit as it's Evergreen State and the Lady Owls here on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Last night it was the Owls with a huge victory over Northwest University, hanging 83 points in a 16-point win over the Eagles. Maddie Tolt, 23 points and 9 rebounds. It was Olivia Sprague with 22 points and 6 assists as Tech went wire to wire to end a short losing streak. Evergreen comes in 5-2 on the year, a team that started the year 4-0 and is a team that's looking to try to crack the postseason here in the Cascade Conference. I chatted with Paul Poach a bit earlier today. Our coaches show, that's next here on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs. We take pride in our work, pride in our service. We built our business on integrity. We're all part of a working family. Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
I'm Chris Walker, General Manager of Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
I'm Juan Maldonado, General Manager of Klamath Falls Toyota. The Hustlin' Owls have set high standards for performance on the court and in the classroom.
It's an honor to align our Lithia brands with these outstanding young people. Join us at Danny Miles Court for every game this season.
Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. If you live here, you get it.
Let's show the world how the Hustlin' Owls roll.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy. With surfaces like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw on tires, and that's it. Now, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Linker. I'm just glad Les Schwab takes safety as seriously as me.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires. Celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
It's in Park, right?
We're here at Howard's Meat Center, standing in front of the meat case right now and looking at some of the different options for meal.
Yeah, we have a large variety of stuffed chicken breasts, ranged from cordon bleu to a chicken chili relleno, also the Santa Fe chicken. We also have something for the stovetop with the chicken fajitas or the beef fajitas. And then, of course, your crock pot meals, pork shoulder roast. We have those seasoned or plain, beef chuck roast, which works out really nice.
You're looking for an idea for a meal tonight? Think about Howard's Meat Center. Something great is always in the case here.
Happy holidays from Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. It's time to drop those reins and get your gains with the best gift you can give yourself this holiday season. For the rest of the year, Harbor is offering their members their best offer of the year. Sign up for a year membership and get the rest of the year free. If you're not already a member, you're missing out. With the beautiful gym comes certified instructor classes, top-of-the-line equipment, pickleball, and tennis. Harbor, where you'll lose your reins and get your gains.
Wow! It's time for the Oregon Tech Coaches Show. Bobby Thompson and Mike Safford sit down with head coach Paul Podich. Brought to you by your local Coastal Farm and Ranch store. Now Mike Safford and the voice of the Owls, Bobby Thompson.
Pre-game report as head coach Paul Poach stops by as the Lady Owls trying to complete a weekend sweep here at home, taking on Evergreen tonight. Let's go back and look at last night's big win against Northwest. And gosh, we talked about it in the pregame show. Can we use the size advantage to our key? And Maddie Toll career high 23 points last night and really was a force in the paint.
Yeah, Maddie was that was an all-league performance last night by Maddie. She was tough and even missed a couple cripples that she could have had some more, but she was dominant down low and gave us a big boost, in terms of that position. But I thought last night as a team, we did a couple things differently. We pushed the ball a little better, had a few more transition hoops, and I thought we shared the ball. And we've been working on those things in practice in terms of getting that one more pass, either scoring in the transition soon or trying to get some touches on the ball. And I thought we did a great job with that last night. We weren't perfect. We still have some growth to do, but with this team, those are steps in the right direction.
And you look at it, your wings were doing it scoring-wise. Your wings were doing it on the glass. Your wings were doing it getting in the passing lanes. I mean, you look at the stat lines of Melissa Lee and you look at the stat lines of Alex Conley. I mean, it was maybe not shooting the ball the way you wanted them to, but all the other stat lines, it was check mark, check mark, check mark.
Yeah, both Lee and Conley, they just fill up the stat sheet. And you look at, they didn't have, I don't think either one of them scored in double figures, but you're right. They're blocking, they're stealing, they're defending, they're passing. They did a great job last night. But I also thought putting Gab at the point took a little pressure off of Olivia, which we've been needing to do because Olivia's been carrying the load for us. But and I thought she did a great job of pushing the ball, getting the ball to the right people. And like I said, we had some transition points we haven't had in the past, and that has to be part of our game tonight as well.
And it was a weird game last night, Coach, just from the standpoint, they shot 44 threes out of the, I think, 66 shots they had in the night. I know they shot it at a low percentage. I mean, that's a big volume you usually don't see in the women's game.
Yeah, it's probably part them, part us. That's probably their game plan. We're going to sit back in the zone, and they're going to shoot the three. We've got to do a better job of contending the perimeter shot in terms of closing out a little bit harder. And we talked about that and shoot around this morning. You got to close out hard. If they put the ball on the dribble, hopefully are on the floor and attack, then at least we have some protection behind us in terms of the zone. But 29% they shot, I believe, somewhere around there. But we've got to do a better job of closing out on the perimeter, because Evergreen is a better shooting team than Northwest, and we've got to be prepared for that.
And you look at the other games around the league last night, Southern with the win over Evergreen, C of I handling Multnomah to get in the win column, and Eastern handing a Warner Pacific team still hasn't won a game, although it was close at halftime. I mean, looked like everybody who was supposed to win last night did.
Yeah, you start the next week or so, the better teams are going to start separating themselves from the bottom teams. The question for us is, where's Oregon Tech going to fit into that? And I still believe, and Coach Lisa and I talked earlier, she was talking about having a team at Mazama High School last year that, gosh, she thought it was going to be good, and they struggled, and somewhere in January a light bulb went on, and they were a dominant team. And she said our team is real similar to that, is that we have glimpses of some very, very nice ball playing, and then we make too many mistakes, and that's with a young team. But last night I thought we got better, and we're hoping to get better tonight.
Tonight it's Evergreen State here in Klamath Falls. Paul and I will come back. We will break down the Gooey Ducks, a short-sighted team, but a very good team. We'll talk about that when we return live here on 104.3 960 Sports.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs. We take pride in our work, pride in our service. We built our business on integrity. We're all part of a working family. Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
Now back to Oregon Tech basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Here on the pregame report, Paul Poach stops by as we break down the Evergreen State College Gooey Ducks, a team that has played a weird schedule when you sit there and you look at things. That yesterday was their first true road game in a countable sense, but they've went and played a ton of D2 and D1 teams that, I guess it's a money grab in some sense, trying to get a little money for the program, but come in 5-2 and a team that is going to be a tough one tonight.
Yeah, they are. I was looking at their schedule the other day, and I had to ask Coach Parnell if it's even legal in the sense that they've played 7 exhibition games, or will play 7 exhibition games, and it's a money situation where they're getting some guaranteed money to go to D1, D2 programs. But good experience for the kid. I'm not sure I'd want to go 7 games like that and have our kids get beat up. But they are a solid basketball team. They go about 6 deep, 7 deep. But their top 5 are good. They have Bungay and Sackrider and Vaness, all 3 of them scoring double figures. And the 5 starters can play. This is, in the past, Evergreen probably been down a little bit, but this is a good Evergreen ball club that's going to win some ball games this year. I'm hoping it's not tonight, and we can, get a W tonight. But this is a very, very good Evergreen ball club.
I watched them play against Boise State earlier in this week. To think about their schedule, had to travel to Boise, then make the long trip to Southern Oregon and Oregon Tech. But Monique Bungay, as you mentioned, their 2-guard, can really shoot the basketball, can take it off the bounce as well. And that's been a thing in the past. Evergreen has been a team that has been more take it to the basket and not relied on the outside shot, and she can flat out shoot it.
Yeah, this is, as I said before, this is a good team. I told our vets, this is not your ordinary Evergreen team. We have to be prepared to defend them, but we also, I don't care who you are, what team you are, going on the road, second night, coming to Klamath Falls, 4,000 plus elevation. We've got to get up and down tonight and try to wear them out. And I don't care how good a shape you are in college basketball, going up and down on the second consecutive night, especially going over to Southern Oregon last night. We hope that's to our advantage tonight.
Definitely. We saw that when we were at C of I, especially on the men's side a couple of weeks ago. You mentioned Jalen Sackrider, 6'4", very active post. Should be a really good matchup inside against Maddie Toll tonight.
Yeah, they're similar in a lot of ways. I'm never going to trade Maddie Toll for anybody, but she's a good post player, has a nice touch, will rebound. They're a solid. They've done a good job of putting the top 5 or 6 together. They're about 1 or 2 player away from being very, very good. But she's going to be a good matchup for Maddie. I don't think there's going to be anything different than what Maddie performed last night. I think that's Maddie Toll's game right there. Pounding the boards, getting putbacks, getting post up. And I think Maddie's added a little bit to her game. She can step out and shoot a little bit. Her free throw shooting is greatly improved. She's got a good free throw shooter. And we've kind of looked at it. I said, Maddie, you don't need to on the post. If you want to pop out the short corner and hit that little 10, 12-footer, that's part of her game too, and she's good at that. So I'm looking forward to that matchup tonight.
What's the big key tonight? I'm guessing it's getting up and down the floor.
Yeah, we talked about probably three keys. We got to get up and down the floor. We have to take away their baseline. They love driving baseline and trying to make that pass into the key area. And we've got to get on the perimeter shooters. I think those are three things that we have to hang our hat on tonight. And probably in the order of getting up and down, getting on the perimeter of shooters and taking away the baseline. And if we do those three things somewhat successful, I think we'll win tonight.
Paul, I appreciate you stopping by. Let's get a W and head into the holidays on a good note.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Mike.
That's the head coach of the Lady Owls, Paul Poach. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, Bobby Thompson will join me as we'll break this one down. It's the Lady Owls in Evergreen on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection in years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
At Papa Murphy's, we know family time is more important than ever. And our family wants to do all we can to help your family. So we're making it easier to get pizza made from scratch that you bake at home by offering online ordering everywhere and delivery and curbside pickup where we can. So you can keep family time as normal as possible. Papa Murphy's, we're in this together.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, one foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
At Klamath Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal to completely satisfy every customer, every day. Because our customers are like family to us. You'll also experience the teamwork of our professional and knowledgeable staff. They're authentic, caring, and the best in the industry. And when you choose from our great selection of new Toyotas or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, you'll experience a process that's efficient, easy, and transparent. Experience amazing at Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Some great words from head coach Paul Poach as we welcome you back here to Danny Miles Court. Mike Safford and the Hall of Famer Bobby Thompson. And for those fans that were listening to the Oregon State Beavers, one of their proud alums, sitting to my immediate left, pretty excited about what happened today down in Vegas. If you weren't listening to the game and you want to watch the game later, I'm not going to give you a score or anything, but I think Beaver Nation is pretty happy right now, including one Bobby Thompson.
Yeah, and I tell you, Mike, a 10-win season.
And that hasn't happened very often of late.
No, and it's only happened, I think, 4 times in history.
Unbelievable year for Oregon State. And for Oregon Tech last night on the women's side, an 83-67 victory over Northwest. And, you know, I know, Bobby, you were really impressed with the play of one Maddie Toll last night.
I tell you, I talked to her again a few minutes ago, and Maddie had a great high, a career high, 23 points. Her old high was 22, but she just had a tremendous game, both ends of the floor, and she was happy. The thing she was happy for, and I love this, they won, you know, that they did win as a team, and Toll was at her best.
And Paul made the comment to me, the fact that it was such a bitter taste in the mouth after that loss against Southern Oregon. It was such a difficult one. You know, you're blown out after, you know, the second quarter. It was just brutal. And to be able to rebound like they did, unbelievable. And a great effort all the way around.
Yeah, it really was. That great effort by the ladies. And, of course, the nice thing, too, is they got a chance to have almost every single person playing the game.
They definitely did. You look at the way the conference went last night. Evergreen losing 74-46 at Southern Oregon, a game in which Evergreen didn't score their first basket until 9 minutes into the game. They were down 19-2. Boy, does that sound similar to what we saw against Southern Oregon a week ago tonight. Also last night, Beverly Slater scored 16 points with 11 boards. Eastern improves to 4-0 in conference play, 77-46 over Warner Pacific. And it was College of Idaho picking up a 67-52 win over Multnomah. That was in Caldwell. Sienna Riggle had 14 points, one of 4 C of I players to score in double figures. So you look at the way the standings look, Bobby, coming into play today. Eastern at 4-0. LC and Bushnell sit at 3-0 with Southern Oregon at 3-1. LC, Corbin, Bushnell, Walla Walla have yet to play this weekend. They'll play their 2-game set starting later tonight and tomorrow, so a little matinee basketball as well. But interesting matchup. Northwest going to Southern today. Bushnell playing Walla Walla. Corbin and LC. Warner and College of Idaho. And Multnomah going to Eastern Oregon. Seems like some pretty textbook type wins outside of this one right here. Evergreen and Oregon Tech, 2 teams that seem pretty even coming in, both at 2-2 in conference play. One team focused on defense in Evergreen, one team that likes to get up tempo in Oregon Tech. So I see how those 2 things can come into play.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very good game. I feel it'll be a closer game. Evergreen has not been an easy team to beat for the Lady Owls through the years. They've been very competitive.
They definitely have. Jackie Robinson, former player for the Evergreen men, back in fact, he was on their championship team back in 2002 that made it to the second round of the NAI National Tournament back in Branson at that point. He is in his third season, done a great job in recruiting. They've had some injuries that have hurt the club this year. Their leading scorer from a year ago, Shanice Garrett, out with injury. So tonight, again, as we talked about it with Coach Poach, it'll be Monique Bungay and Jacqueline Sackrider, the two that are going to be the big keys in this one. We'll take our final timeout here from Danny Miles Court. When we come back, Scott Allen will have the starting lineups, and we'll have the tip-off. It's Oregon Tech and Evergreen State live here on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection in years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Well, you're more than just an auto loan or checking account. You're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable, not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
At Papa Murphy's, we know family time is more important than ever. And our family wants to do all we can to help your family. So we're making it easier to get pizza made from scratch that you bake at home by offering online ordering everywhere and delivery and curbside pickup where we can. So you can keep family time as normal as possible. Papa Murphy's, we're in this together.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, 1 foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
Cooperation. Now, good luck to both teams.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Oregon Institute of Technology and Danny Miles Court. Today, the Evergreen State College Gooey Ducks face off with your Oregon Tech Lady Owls. Before we announce today's starting lineups, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Welcome to Danny Miles Court. Cascade Collegiate Conference Women's Basketball starts now. Our Lithia starting lineups for today. First, the visitors. The Evergreen State College Gooey Ducks of Olympia, Washington. At guard, a 5'5 junior from Seattle, Washington, number 10, Monique Bungay. Guard forward, 5'9 senior, Lacey Washington, number 11, Caitlin Yenny. Guard forward, the 6'3 sophomore, Elma Washington, 24, Jalen Sackrider. Guard forward, the 5'8 sophomore from Lake Forest Park, Washington, 25, Sydney Van Ness. At forward, the 6'2 senior from Toppenish, Washington, number 40, Lily Stewart. The Gooey Ducks are coached by head coach Jackie Robinson. He's assisted by James Chandler, Kiari Adams, and Angela Sikora. Light 'em up, Hooter fans! Here are your Lithia, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, Oregon Tech, Lady Owls starting five. From Clatskanie, Oregon, this sophomore's a 5'8 guard, number 4, Olivia Sprague. At forward, the 6'2 junior from Gridley, California, number 11, Madison Tull. At guard, the 5'5 true freshman, Jackson, California, number 12, Gabby Gascon. At forward, battle-born, Elko, Nevada, the 6'1 junior, 15, Alexis Elquist. At forward, senior standout, Napa Vine, Washington, 31, Melissa Lee.
There's our starting lineups, Bobby Thompson, as we welcome you back here to Danny Miles Court. Again for Evergreen, Monique Bungay, along with Caitlin Yenny, Jacqueline Sackwider, Sydney Van Ness, and two-sport athlete Lily Stewart for Evergreen. Olivia Sprague gets the start for Oregon Tech. Maddie Toll, Gabby Gascon, along with Alexis Elquist and Melissa Lee for the Lady Owls. For the play-by-play, the Hall of Famer, Bobby Thompson.
Hey, thank you very much, Mike Safford, to jump it up. Toll and Sackrider, and the tip is controlled, and finally, oh my goodness, I don't believe what I just saw.
Foul off the inbound tip.
Wow, a foul off an inbound tip. They tie up for the ball. One guy fouls down, and they call a foul on Melissa Lee.
Unbelievable.
Wow, I tell you, this could be a long game. First shot on the way, off the iron is no good, taken by Bungay. Bungay, now they get it out on top to Van Ness. Now down in the middle, now back out over the head of Van Ness, and it's going to go clear back. But they over and back, she did not go, but she flipped it back, and the Owls picked it up and come the other way. We're on the right-hand side, Melissa Lee. Cross-court pass goes over on the far side to Sprague. Now they get it down low, and the ball knocked away. Lee picks it up, drives the baseline. Now pass clear back out, 11 on the shot clock. Get it back out. Sprague for a long three. Bingo! Wow, here she goes again. 3-0. Oregon Tech, just like that. And that was, you talk about a switcher, that was like a cannon going down through the net. All right, back to the front court come the Geoducks. Bungay over on the near side in front of us here to Van Ness. Back to Bungay. Now over to Yenny. Now comes back over on this side. Now back on top. Now back over to Yenny. She's going to take a left-handed shot. Off the iron, will not go. But it's put back up and in by Lily Stewart. They have a big front line, Mike Safford.
Lily Stewart, an all-star in basketball. And I should say in volleyball. And now also a great basketball player as well.
No kidding. All right, Tech in the front court. Leading it 3-2. Long shot on the way for two, and that one is good there for Oregon Tech. Great shot by Alexis Elquist, and it's 5-2 Tech. And here comes Evergreen down into the front court. Sack Ryder, now they're going right outside. Long shot on the way, and bingo, has that one hit by Sydney Van Ness, and we're tied at 5. Boy, Mike, I tell you, at this rate, we're going to see a score in the 80s or 90s, but I don't think they can keep this up all night. All right, the ball knocked out of bounds, last touched by the Geoducks as they knocked it away from Gabby Gascon.
The big thing for Evergreen, a team that allows only 50 points per ball game, so Tech going to try to get them out of that number.
Now they get it down, they get it inside, driving to the hoop. Maddie Toll puts it up too much off the board, didn't get to the iron, went over the top and off, and is picked up. Coming the other way is Monique Bengay. Monique drives down, she was going to pass underneath. Oh, great pass and a great score right there for Lily Stewart. And it is 7-5 in favor of Evergreen, and they right now are on a 5-0 run. Back the other way, shot off of the iron, no good, taken by Gascon. Tech gets the rebound, another long bomb for three by Sprague is good. And Tech back ahead, 8-7 at the 7:14 mark. Out of the backcourt quickly comes Yenny. They get it down on the left-hand side, and away cross court for a long three ball on the way, and it is buried right there. Wow, what a shot taken by Van Ness. So Van Ness in the game now, 2 threes for 6. And it's 10-8 Evergreen. Tech beats the press, gets it across. Gascon has the ball on the dribble out in front now. Comes over near side to us, to Sprague, back to Gascon. In the middle. Now they go back over, finds Sprague again, drives in, kicks it back, baseline on the way. Maddie Toll over and off, no good. Offensive rebound, Melissa Lee wants to put it up. Didn't get to the rim with it, was partially blocked. And Evergreen comes the other way. Out in front is Bungay. They lead it 10-8. Over on the far side to Yenny. Yenny back to Bungay. Bungay back to Yenny as they go out. Now back again. Can she make it 3 for 3? No, that one's off the rim for Van Ness. And the rebound comes right down in the hands of Elquist. A long pass down off the glass. Shot no good by Toll. And the ball is picked up by Evergreen. There was a break for Evergreen there that Toll missed that one. Coming down, Yenny gets over to the near side. Bungay terminates her dribble. Now back to Yenny. Now back in the corner. A long three ball from the corner was no good on the shot taken by Bungay. Come the other way as Gascon gives it in the top of the key. Elquist puts up a long shot. No good from there. Rebound cleared off for Jacqueline Sackrider.
Look at how tired Evergreen already is.
Yeah, up and down the court. Yeah, they're getting exhausted quickly. And now Melissa Lee will sit down, and into the game will be Kennedy Toll, the sophomore, younger sister of Maddie Toll. And now substitutions coming in for the Geoducks. Into the game is Paris Wilson. Also into the game has come Tuvi Tran for Evergreen.
It's Wilson last night led the team with 20 against Southern Oregon.
All right, now out on top for Oregon Tech is Gascon. Goes to the right-hand side to Sprague. Down low, put up a shot. Roll around, it will not go by Elquist. It just hung on the rim and then fell off. So basketball back to Evergreen, coming the other way, and they have 2-point lead with 5:15 remaining in the quarter. Bungay gets it out on top to Tran. Tran goes over on the far side with the ball to Paris Wilson. Now shot from the corner on the way, good once again, and right there, Van Ness. She's the leading in the scorer. She's got 8 points. Right now, of all the people in the game for Evergreen, she's the only one that has scored, and she has 8 of their 12 points. And now Maddie Toll drives nicely along the baseline and puts it in to get Tech back within a 12-10 score. And Toll, her first bucket of the game. All right, Wilson dribbling the ball with the left hand way out on top. Terminates her dribble, goes over to Bungay. Bungay now will jump up a long three. Off the iron, no. Rebound grab by the shortest kid on the court. Of course, that's going to be Gascon. Get it over to Olivia. Shot on the way, no good. Short on the shot taken by Elquist. It was partially blocked, and it comes back the other way. Another long three ball on the way, and a miss for a change on the shot by Van Ness. Rebound Tech. Roaring to the hoop in a hurry, and a great pass to Toll. I tell you, Sprague looked like she was going to take the shot. She didn't. She gave it to easy shot for Sprague. From Sprague to Toll, and Mike, that really helps.
That was a great feed. No look and got it even.
And it's 12-12 now. Bungay into the front court. Bungay passes over, down low, little 12-footer on the way, back iron and off, not good by Van Ness. Tech the rebound, here comes Sprague, straight down the middle. Olivia, right-hand side, get it over, takes a return pass, now gives it to Elquist. Elquist falls down, and they're going to call a foul. And we'll see who they're going to call. They're going to call the foul against Jalen Sackrider. With that, we got a timeout. 3:27 remaining in the first quarter. A 12-12 tie.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, and no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
Bobby with a short bench. Oregon Tech's job to play up tempo. They've done that so far. Tech 5 of 13 from the field, including a pair of Olivia Sprague threes. Evergreen at 5 of 12 from the field, including 2 threes.
And when you talk about those threes, that was Sydney Van Ness that has been tough so far for Evergreen. All right, Tech will take the ball out under their basket, get in along the baseline. Shot up, no good. Rebound corralled down underneath and picked up finally by Evergreen, and they'll come the other way. In a hurry down the far sideline is Paris Wilson. Wilson, her pass intended for Yenny, goes right off, but it was tipped out by Oregon Tech. And we'll go back to the Gooey Ducks. And looking, and they get the ball into Tran. Tran with it, they double team her, now goes on the right side, leaving the wrong person open. That's Van Ness when they double team. The Van Ness hits another shot. She's now got 10 in the game to lead all scores, and they have a 2-point lead.
Tran does a nice job. She's second in the league in assists, nearly 5 a game.
She's a good one, I'll tell you. Pass over on this side, Conley now down low to Maddie Toll, put it up, shot won't go, rebound, pick up, shot up will not go, but fouled on the play. Great rebound for Oregon Tech on the play by Alex Conley. She had probably the best game of the season for her yesterday and last night, Steve. She had a great game, I'll tell you. Steve Matthews sitting on my left, and on my right, of course, is the man himself, Mike Safford.
I'm here, Bobby. It's a good day. It's a good day.
First shot on the way is good by Conley. Alex hits it, her first point in the ball game. It now Tech within 1. If Conley can make the second, we'll be tied once again. Shot on the way. This one will not go on the rebound and is pulled off by Van Ness. Cleared up ahead. Down the way they come. Here comes Yenny. Going to scoop to the hoop and up. Nice play by Caitlin Yenny. And it's 16-13, a 3-point lead. Down, put it up, no good on the shot for Oregon Tech by Kennedy Tull. She's fouled on the play, and she will shoot 2. Foul is going to go against Tuvi Tran. Love the name for a guard, don't you? Tuvi Tran.
Oh, great name. This an Evergreen team. I love their uniforms. They've had that dark green ever since I was there 25 years ago, Bobby.
Don't you call that Kelly Green?
Kelly
Boston
Green.
Celtics green. First shot on the way is good by Kennedy Tull. Kennedy Tull's an 80% foul shooter. Cuts the lead back to 2. Second shot on the way. Duplicates, and Evergreen's lead is 1 at 16-15. Out of the backcourt for Evergreen comes Tran. Tran brings it into the front court. Drives to the right-hand side. Going to drive straight down underneath in traffic. They come back way out on top. Long 3 ball on the way. Wilson, it's good. Wow. Paris Wilson hits the 3, and it's now a 4-point lead for Evergreen at 19-15. Over left-hand side, Kennedy Tull gets it in the middle to Caitlin down low. Want to put it up, and tried to put the ball up on the play for Oregon Tech was Elliott, and she's fouled on the play. Kaylin Elliott, good foul shooter for Tech. 11 of 12 on the season. Has not been to the foul line in quite some time. So we'll see what happens here. 19-15 Evergreen, 2:03 remaining here in the first quarter of play. First shot, bingo. And now it's 19-16. First point in the game for Elliott, who had just come in and was fouled. Second shot, good again. That's why she's the leading foul shooter on the team. Made them both. 19-17 in favor of Tech, or rather in favor of Evergreen as they bring the ball. And the ball is knocked away again. Conley knocked it away from him. Drives down to the hoop, put it up, roll around. It will not go. And this time the rebound is corralled by Lily Stewart. They come back the other way. Wilson wants to drive in traffic. Whistle. And a foul is going to be called against Oregon Tech. Foul is going to go against Kennedy Tull. That will be her first foul. 1:42 remaining in quarter number 1. 19-17. Evergreen by 2 points. At the line will be Paris Wilson. Coming into the game, or back into the game, I should say, is Monique Bungay, who will replace Tuva Tran. Shot on the way is perfect. And one more coming for Paris Wilson. Wilson in the game now has 4 points and can make it 5. And this one's off the front of the rim. Comes right down into the hands of Jenna Wallace. And Tech comes to the front court. Wallace with it, right-hand side. Gets the ball over to Conley. Conley's pass in the middle. They get a pass, return pass. Oh, Wallace couldn't get it up to go in. It hits the deck. And here comes Evergreen the other way. 3-point lead in the basketball. And that one was intercepted by... And they're going to call a travel. I tell you, she had to jump to catch the ball to knock it down. I think Olivia Sprague did not travel.
I think Paul Poach is still complaining about the call at the other end, where Wallace was just getting waylaid.
All right, the ball comes in. Now into the hands of Wilson. Wilson driving, and now there's going to be a foul. It's going to be against Oregon Tech. Foul is going to go against Kaylee Elliott. And into the game for Oregon Tech, we'll have substitutions. Coming in for the first time is Ellie Kent. Coming out is going to be Elliott. Also coming out of the game is going to be Conley. Sprague comes out of the game. Gaston back into the game. Tech down by 3 with 1:10 remaining in the first quarter. Get the ball over to Lily Stewart to the right-hand side. Shot no good. It was put up by Van Ness. And here comes the other way. The little one, Gascon. And finally they blow the whistle.
I think it's going to be free throws for the Lady Owls.
Foul is going to be against Yenny. And on Yenny, that is her first personal foul, but it is the 15th foul. So Tech for the last 57 seconds will be shooting. Tech has only 3 fouls so far. Shot by Gaston is good. Good little foul shooter. Good little 3-point shooter. I mean, she's just a small kid. I mean, about 5'3", wouldn't you say, soaking wet if she's lucky. Second shot also good. Cuts the lead back. 8-1. It's Evergreen up 2019.
Has a big heart, though.
Oh, does she ever? I mean, she's a great little player. She reminds me of the Boston Terrier out there. Driving, and we're going to have a foul. And they're going to call it on Gabby Gascon, number 12. Picks up the foul. We were talking about her being a little Boston Terrier. Well, she got her first foul. Pass comes in, ball loose, knocked away, picked up by, a foul's going to go. And that foul will definitely be on Van Ness. Van Ness just bowled over Kennedy Toll as Kennedy had the ball. Kennedy was almost getting ready to go for a breakaway.
Definitely, and almost got her shoulder taken off.
Yeah, she did. She really did. So Kennedy Toll at the line. First shot is up and good. And now she'll have one more. We're tied at 20. She can give us the lead. Shot on the way. Good again. She's 4 for 4 at the line. Kennedy Toll comes out. Conley comes back in. Sprague comes back in. And Gascon goes out.
And Tech going to pick up full court this time.
Pick up the full court defense in the back. Here comes Wilson. Long lead pass. Here comes Van Ness like a freight train. Gets it down low, up off the glass, and missed a wide open shot. Was Lily Stewart. Oh, boy, she'd like to have that one back. Tech comes the other way. Melissa Lee gives it out on top to Sprague. Now over with the ball to Conley. Now back out on top to Sprague. Sprague goes to the left-hand side. The Tech leads by 1 with 10 seconds to go. Shot clock is dead. It's the game clock. Back over to Melissa Lee. Wants to drive in, scoop it up, and score it. Melissa Lee with 3 seconds remaining in the quarter. They get the ball in bounds. They won't get a shot, but what a great play by Melissa Lee. And Tech has their biggest lead of the game at 23-20. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Don't stress, just save up to $200 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Back here from Danny Miles Court, Mike Safford and the Hall of Famer Bobby Thompson as Oregon Tech with a 23-20 lead as we head to quarter number 2.
Sprague 2 for 2 shooting in that first quarter, Mike. Both 3-pointers. Leads Oregon Tech with 6, and of course Van Ness leads everyone with 10. All right, put the ball in play. Sprague into the front court with it. Goes left-hand side to Melissa Lee. Comes back to Sprague with the ball. Sprague's going to put up about an 18-footer. And it is good for 2 points. She's now got 8 in the game. And Tech, their biggest leading now of 5 at 25-20. Into the front court comes Bungay. Bungay with it. Bounces to the high post. Driving around is Van Ness. Going to go to the hoop. Put it up. Roll it in. Van Ness now in the game. Sitting there with another bucket. Having one of her best games of the season for sure. Cuts the lead back to 3. Front court, Sprague. Right-hand side to Lee. Lee looking, comes way back out at the Sprague. Sprague left-hand side, drives in, wide open. Great pass by Sprague to wide open Alexis Elquist. And I tell you, Sprague has got eyes every which way.
Two players came at her. Nobody on Elquist. Easy money.
And now they get it down low. Shot blocked in there by Conley. And now we have a jump ball, which will be the possession arrow is going to favor the Gooey Duck, and they'll be taking it out under their basket.
Conley did a good job standing straight up.
Oh, yeah, she certainly did. So
Interesting they'd put 30 on the clock and not 20 with it being inbounded underneath the offensive basket.
All right, they go to the foul line with it. Now they throw it way back out on top. Here's one by Wilson for 3, no good. And we have a collision and a foul, and that's going to be the second foul for sure right there on Sydney Van Ness. She's like a freight truck out there. Third foul. Wow. 3 fouls on Van Ness. She will go to the bench, and she will be replaced by Jasmani Apker. Comes into the game, and I don't think we're going to see Van Ness until maybe the third quarter.
I know I wouldn't put her back in.
No, I don't definitely know you wouldn't, and neither would Coach Poach. We'll see what Jackie Robinson, how he handles it. All right, Elquist from the baseline, good from 15 feet. Nice shot by Elquist. She's got 6 in the game, and Tech, biggest lead now of 7, 29-22. Into the front court. Come the Gooey Ducks. Yenny dribbling out in front. Now passes to the high post. Into the hands of Apker. Now they give it up to Bungay. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul. And it's going to be on Melissa Lee. He should have forgot to blow it after the first one he called to start the game. That's the second one on Melissa. First one was a joke. Shouldn't say it, but it was, Mike. It was ridiculous.
You just let him play at that point.
I know it. Holy cow.
This one was a foul.
No, this one definitely was. Get the ball in play. Bungay way out on top with it. Bungay comes to the left-hand side. Holding the ball is Sackrider. Now back out on top to Wilson. Goes over to Bungay. Bungay can't find anyone, so now she's going to drive to the foul line, go in the lane, put up an 8-footer. Good. Nice play by Monique Bungay. Cuts the Tech lead to 29-24. Wide open is Conley, but she passes it off. Now pass inside with the ball. Now back to Conley from the baseline. Good. Conley from about 16 feet along the baseline for Alex, and it's 31-24. And Alex Conley now in the game has a total of 3 points. Long 3-ball, no good. Rebound comes off right into the hands of Sprague. And here comes Olivia. Straight down the middle, being guarded. Now gets it over on the far side. Now again on the baseline. This time it's from the baseline, and that one missed everything. That was way too long on the shot for Oregon Tech, taken by Elquist. 31-24 Tech with 7:14 remaining in quarter number 2. Pass over. Now they get it inside. Ball knocked around, picked up, and all of a sudden, who comes out with it is Sprague. And we're going to have a foul on Bungay, and she can't believe the foul on her. And for Bungay, that will be her first personal foul. Pretty pity-patty, if you want to call a foul on that play. Tech will be taking the ball back out. We have a substitution as coming out of the game was Paris Wilson. Back in is Tuvi Tran. All right, get the ball in to Gascon. Gabby brings it up, straight down the middle, goes to the left-hand dribble. Over on the left side to Conley. Now over to Sprague. Sprague back over to Gascon. She takes a 3-ball and buries it. That's the first shot of the game for Gabby Gascon. And she buried that thing, and Tech, their biggest lead of the game is 10, 34-24. Get the ball low inside to Sackrider, and she's going to be fouled on the play. And the foul will go against Elquist. Conley comes out of the game. That's the first foul on Elquist. They'll take it out under their basket. Bungay trying to get it in, does. They get it out to Sackrider at the high post. Now they go over to Bungay again. Bungay on the dribble. Bungay still dribbling, terminates her dribble, gets it back out. Now with the ball, they're going to get it over to Tran. Tran has it down to 2 seconds, got to shoot. Bungay throws it up from a long, and it's a shot clock violation. It just hit nothing but net on the underside and went out of bounds. So Tech will put it in play, under pressure in the backcourt. Handled the pressure beautifully, did Oregon Tech. Get it to the front court, down the left side, now driving down low, want to put up a little 4-footer, roll around and down. That's Caitlin Wright, who just came in the game moments ago. The freshman from Burns. And now it's a 12-point lead at 36-24. Front court dribbling is Tran out on top. Gets the right-hand side with it to Apker. Back over right here in front of us to Tuvey. Tuvey has it. Tuvey wants to drive down along the baseline. Shot no good. Rebound comes off. The ball to Tull. Gets it ahead to Wright. Wright gives it back. We got a foul called on Bungay as she actually, it's her second personal, but she actually whacked. Not intentionally, but Gabby Gascon was looking at her arm and say, ouch. Maybe you had nails there, kid.
And they're having issues with Apker at the other end as she got popped in the face by Elquist coming through a screen, and she looks like she may have to come out.
In fact, she did sit down, did she not?
Yep.
Yeah, she did. And so back into the game, who did they put into the game? Maybe it was Stewart came back into the game. Oh, and now another foul as Yenny fouls Gascon. Gabby's getting picked on out there, Michael.
Yes, she is. But they're calling it closely, and 5.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Tech's going to be in the bonus the rest of the way.
I'll tell you, it was funny because Gascon, she was clapping her hands when she got fouled. Gabby drives to the right-hand side, gives it up. Now with the ball is Elliott. Elliott goes back over with it. Now dribbling is Wright. Now it comes back over to Gabby Gascon. Back out to Elliott for a long three. Looks good, but just in and out. Yenny gets the rebound. Come the other way for Northwest. Into the hands of Bungay. Back to Yenny. Yenny gives it back to Bungay. Bungay on the dribble. Goes to the way out on top. Now they get it to Tran. Tran gets it to Bungay down low underneath, and a foul will be called, and it might be on Sprague. And it is. Olivia picks up the personal foul for a block. And that will be the third foul on Tech in the quarter. Tech leading by a dozen, and we've got a timeout. 4:52 remaining in quarter number 2. It's Oregon Tech 36 and Evergreen State 24.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge of Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection in years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
Tech with a 36-24 lead. OIT 12 of 27 from the field. But Bobby, 2 turnovers for OIT, 7 for Evergreen. That's been a big key so far.
Okay, thanks, Michael. Ball comes in for Evergreen. Yenny with it out here in front of us. Now goes to the foul line with the Sackrider. Sackrider now over on the far side. Gives it up to Tran. Now they lose the ball, and they went out of bounds. They stepped out of bounds with it. Just at about the same time that Gabby Gascon was taking it away from him.
Make that 8 turnovers, Bobby.
And Tech will bring the ball up. Here comes Gabby into the front court. Gives the ball on the far sideline. Comes back out with it now. Out on top to Maddie Tull. Tull with it on the dribble. Tull's going to scoop to the hoop. Oh, boy, she got hit on the arm. That ball just flew. So Maddie Tull's going to go to the line to shoot, too, as Jacqueline Sackrider caught her on the arm, and that ball went bonkers.
And you look at this, Bobby, 5 different players for Evergreen have at least 2 or more fouls.
Ouch. Shot on the way, good First one by Maddie Tull. She now has 4 in the game. She'll have one more. Biggest lead is now 13 for Tech. Maddie, one more. Second shot, good again. She's got 5, and it's now 38-24. Into the game for Oregon Tech comes Kennedy Toll for the second time and replaces Olivia Sprague. As Sprague will take a well-deserved rest again. Out of the backcourt, here come the Geoducks. Bungay on the Santa Clara weave, gives it up to Yenny. She puts it up, shot no good, and the ball is touched, just went out of bounds off the fingertips of Maddie Tull, so it will go back to Evergreen.
Maddie was a little off balance that time, trying to grab the board with one hand. Need to go up with 2, come up strong. You got that rebound.
Yenny with the ball, down into the corner to Bungay. Bungay brings the ball back out. 4 minutes remaining, quarter number 2. Tech by 14 points. Right-hand side with it to Stewart. Stewart now gives it up. Now back to Bungay for a 3-ball. Good. Oh, wow. Nothing but net on the shot by Monique Bungay.
Great motion offense that time from Evergreen.
They did. Cuts the lead back to 11, 38-27. 3-ball by Elliott. Bingo! She's getting back to that 3 from that first game. We noticed that yesterday, Mike, and noticed it again here today. Now it's a 14-point lead for Tech. Retaliation 3, and it is good by Tuvi Tran. It is raining threes the last couple of possessions. 41-30, Tech lead cut back to 11. Out on top, Maddie Tull holds the ball, comes right side with it to Gascon. And a foul's called on Maddie Tull. Moving screen, was it? Okay. So Maddie picked up the foul. And coming out of the game is Gabby Gascon. And back into the game comes Sprague. 3:05 remaining till halftime. Front court, Bungay with the ball. Bungay on the dribble. Out on top, passes down low. Sackrider turned, 6-footer, no good. Rebound picked up by Maddie Tull. Gives it to Sprague, behind the back on the dribble. Comes into the forecourt, kicks it back. Long 3, Elliott. Can she do it again? She can! Oh my! Another 3-ball for Kaylee Elliott. Elliott now has 8 in the game. And it's back to 44-30. Shot on the way, short of the rim for Evergreen. Rebound underneath, picked up by Sprague. Gets it to Melissa Lee. Lee drives straight down, drove to the hoop. Was off balance. Had a whistle. And they bailed her out.
And the third on Sackrider.
Sackrider now with 3 personal fouls. Wow. Jackie's going to run out of players, Mike.
That's the trouble when you have a short bench like that. And then have a player get injured like they did.
Yeah. They started, originally looked like they might only have 7. They actually have 10, and then one is now been hurt, and we don't know if she'll play again. First shot on the way by Melissa Lee is good. Lee in the game now with 3 points. She can make it 4 here. Melissa Lee, second shot, good again. And we've Paul Poach calls a timeout. 2:28 remaining in the first half. It is the biggest lead of the game. Oregon Tech 46 and Evergreen 30.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
Bobby, a couple other scores. Halftime, Southern Oregon leads Northwest 39-35. Nearing halftime, it is Eastern Oregon 21, Multnomah 20. And final, College of Idaho completes a weekend sweep. They knock off Warner Pacific 70-59.
Wow, Warner drops to 0-10 on the season. Ouch. All right, Yenny with the ball. Now over, long shot by Wilson off the iron, no good. Rebound corralled by Maddie Tull. Gives it up to Sprague, and here come the Lady Owls into the front court. Sprague on the dribble. The lead is 16. 2 minutes remaining till halftime. Over on the right side to Lee. Now out on top. Now they're winging around the outside. Get it into Maddie Toll. Goes up left-handed. Score it. 48-30. I tell you, Lady Owls, very impressive 2 days for Oregon Tech women in basketball here at Danny Miles Court. Bungay with the ball, drives down to the baseline, now lobs it in. It's knocked away, picked up, and then returned quickly as Tuvey gets a hold of it. She drives to the hoop, puts up, scored. Oh, nice play by Tuvey Tran for the Gooey Ducks. Down to a minute 25. Sprague brings the ball to the front court for OIT. Now to the high post. Maddie Toll holds the ball, looks around, gives it to Elliott. Elliott's had the hot hand. Oh, great pass by Elliott to Melissa Lee. I tell you, Michael, they are running the offense to perfection.
Oregon Tech, 11 assists on 16 made field goals. Wow. That is perfection.
Bungay gives it up quickly to Yenny. She drives in. Her pockets picked by Melissa Lee. Lee comes down, passes to Little Tull. Her shot from underneath, she got too far underneath, and she shoved in the back at the same time at the no harm, no foul. But now we have a whistle at the other end, and we'll see what the call is going to be.
The foul
it's going to be on Sprague. Olivia Sprague picks up the personal foul. She will come out of the game. Sprague out. Maddie Toll out. Melissa Lee out. Into the game comes Ellie Kent. Can't come in until the first shot here is on the way. And that shot was good by Bungay. And she'll have another. Monique, second shot, good again, made them both. And into the game for Tech again is going to be Gascon. And she will replace Caitlin Elliott, who had a great few minutes in there for Oregon Tech. Wow, did she ever. 50-34 is the score. We're under a minute remaining here in quarter number 2. Conley wants to drive in. Going to be called for a travel. Or no, they're going to call for a hold. Foul's going to go against Monique Bungay. That's why her foot was dragging. Bungay had a hold of her.
And more free throws for Oregon Tech. They are 13 of 14 from the line. They've outscored Evergreen by 11 at the stripe.
Wow, Conley made the first one. I tell you. Second was also good. This has been quite the game so far. I mean, 52 points with 39.5 seconds to go here in the first half. Out of the game for Tech that time was Kennedy Toll. And in for the first time is Chelsea Ching has come into the game. Now Yenny with the ball. Yenny wants to drive, throw it to the right-hand side. Shot there from the corner, no good, and the rebound, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. And the foul is going to go.
Looks like Chelsea Ching.
It looks like they're going to call it on Ching. Yeah, they said 10, white 10. You hear Paul Poach in the background explaining to the referee that is not a good call, that you can back them out with your hands straight out like that, which is correct. And she wanted none of it. Okay, shot on the way is good. And that's Tuvey Tran at the line. Well, both teams have been pretty good at the foul line. The Owls exceptional. Tuvey Tran's next shot, no good. Rebound is cleared off for Tech by Kent. We got 24 seconds to go. The lead is 17 at 52-35. Into the front court. Kent's got it. Gives it up, and all of a sudden Tech loses the handle on the ball. They're coming the other way. It's lost again. Yenny's got it down in the corner. Kicks it back out with 8 seconds to go. Back to Yenny, up and under, rolling around and down. Nice play by Evergreen. Only 3 seconds to go. They have to throw up to Mile. It will not get there, and that will end the first half of play with a very good half for Oregon Tech as they lead it at halftime by a score of 52-37 here at halftime on Saturday afternoon.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them, and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
At Papa Murphy's, we know family time is more important than ever. And our family wants to do all we can to help your family. So we're making it easier to get pizza made from scratch that you bake at home by offering online ordering everywhere and delivery and curbside pickup where we can. So you can keep family time as normal as possible. Papa Murphy's, we're in this together.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, one foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Don't stress, just save up to $200 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Back here from Danny Miles Court in Klamath Falls, Mike Safford and the Hall of Famer Bobby Thompson as Oregon Tech leads the women's matchup with Evergreen State right now by a score of 52-37. Tech trailed early in the contest as Evergreen came out and hit a pair of early three-point baskets by Sydney Van Ness, who really was the key early in the contest. But Bobby, things completely changed when she picked up that third foul early in the second period, and Oregon Tech was able to go on that big surge as they outscore Evergreen by 12 in that second quarter to take a 15-point lead to the locker room.
You know, here you have, like you talked about the fouls, here was Sackrider, Van Ness, Stewart, all with 3 fouls each, and Yene has 2 fouls. I mean, 4 of your starters are in foul trouble at halftime. And boy, I tell you, as you said about the short bench, I mean, they have 10 kids, but here on the trip, but one, of course, now looked like when she got hit was that Apker, that the one got hit. And so we probably won't see her again. So this makes it really tough for the Geoducks.
Well, and you think about it, short bench, second night, not much of a turnaround, have to travel overnight from Ashland to come here to Klamath. You probably get to town not knowing how Lake of the Woods is, and that road's a sheet of ice at night. And so they probably got here somewhere around midnight, 12:30, and now to have to come and play a 3 o'clock game at 4,340 feet of elevation, that doesn't bode well. And it's not just for Evergreen. It's for any team that comes here back in of a doubleheader. And, we always talked about it when I was at College of Idaho about what we had to experience, meaning Oregon Tech 2 weeks ago, having to make that overnight trip from LeGrand to Caldwell. We got it at 1:30 and then came right back to play. How difficult that was. It's the same thing with teams having to play at Southern, having to come here to Oregon Tech. And that's the reason why OIT, Southern Oregon have had such great home records over the years, especially in women's basketball, because of that short turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, that is so true. The way when you say that, it's I like the Cascade Conference. I think it's a tremendous conference. I mean, there are probably, as you have done so much work through when you were at C of I and everything, and with NAI, and there are probably 3 or 4 primetime conferences for basketball. And of course now we're just back to the one division, so there's probably even a couple of more. But what's your feeling now about that, Mike? About now that we're back just to the one division, because so many Division I teams went NCAA.
And I think it's a smart move. The problem that the NAI was having was you had, especially at the NAI Division I level, you were getting 35 to 40% of the teams making the postseason. And so you've got average teams making the postseason just because there were so few teams.
Yeah.
And so now you bring everybody together. There's 237 teams. It's a far cry from the 400 teams that there were, and that's why there were 2 divisions back when it started back in 1992, because there were so many teams. But you had so many schools go D3, so many schools. You think about the Wisconsin, Minnesota, the Northwest Conference, all the Southern California teams, all the teams in Tennessee and Ohio that have moved on. Now you bring everything together. I mean, at the Division II level, it was always the Great Plains Conference, it was always the Heart of America Conference, and it was always the Crossroads that were huge. And, in the NAI Division I level, you always had the Mid-South Conference that was just dynamite. You always had the Southern States Conference, you had the GSAC. And now you bring all of that together, and now you've got 5, 6, 7 just fabulous leagues, and especially in women's basketball, Thomas More, the number 1 team, they're in the Mid-South and as good a team as there is. And then you go right below them, and you look at the Indiana Wesleyans, and you look at the Morningsides, and you look at the Concordia Nebraskas and the Northwesterns of Iowa. Those are all former Division II NAI teams, so everything's kind of evening back, and it's going to be fun to see another 64-team tournament this March, and there's going to be good basketball. We just hope that the Lady Owls and the Hustlin' Owls are a part of it.
Yeah, and when you look at it, when they had that break and everything, and of course the Division I had more money for scholarships and everything, and there was a pretty sizable difference, and they've now put that all together where it works fine.
And so it used to be 11 scholarships at the NAI Division I level, which mirrored what they do at the Division I and Division II levels at the NCAA. Mm-hmm. The NAI Division II had 6 scholarships. Now, some schools were able to manipulate that number because of academics, because if you got a kid who's really, really smart, their aid doesn't count against that, so you could give more than 6 if you got really smart kids. And there's a school here in Klamath Falls, and there's a school in Caldwell, Idaho that really have really smart kids, that's for sure. But now it's 8 across the board. You don't have to have 8 scholarships, but 8's the limit, and they've changed the way some of that merit has gone, so it's a true 8 scholarship limit now. And I really think the parity in the NAI definitely is going to happen. We're at halftime here from Danny Miles Court. Lady Owls with a 52-37 lead. We'll look at the first half numbers when we come back. We're live here in Klamath Falls on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Klamath Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Klamath Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
When you think fun, think Clamoya Casino. Deck the halls with cash drawings and win up to $1,000 cash. Win up to $200 cash playing Let It Snow Sunday Hot Seats. Thursday Magic Elves Kiosk. Win up to $100 cash. And on Christmas Day, you'll be rocking around the Christmas tree to win up to $200 cash and a silver bar. Stay and play at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Said I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, 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 yeah,
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
There's a collision happening between science and innovation, environment and technology, thriving together in a place you might not have heard of. But the ones who discover us, they're the originators, working and learning in living labs that produce life-changing results and developing innovations that will change the next millennium. There's a collision happening. Be part of it. Be Oregon Tech.
Bobby, looking at the first half numbers, Oregon Tech leading 52-37. Tech makes 50% of their field goals in the first half, 16 of 32. They were 5 of 7 from three-land and made 15 out of 16 from the line. Evergreen at 44%, 14 of 32. They were 5 of 13 from three-point range, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Tech with a 20-17 edge on the glass and forced 9 first half turnovers, turned it into 12 points. Tech a very balanced scoring. Kaylee Elliott, 8. Olivia Sprague, 8. Maddie Toll with 8. 6 for Alexis Elquist. 6 for Melissa Lee. 5 for Gabby Gascon. 5 for Alex Conley. And 4 for Kennedy Toll. I mean, that is as balanced as you're going to get. Sydney Van Ness leads the way for Evergreen. She had 12. Elsewhere in the conference, midway through the third quarter, Southern Oregon leading Northwest 47-46. Midway through the third quarter in LeGrand, Eastern Oregon leading Multnomah 42-41. And as we mentioned, College of Idaho has beaten Warner Pacific by a score of 70-59. So C of I goes 2-0 this weekend. They are at 2-3 in league play. Second half coming up. You know that Tech's got to just attack the basket with all the foul trouble that Evergreen has. They can't afford to reach, and so I think Tech can exploit that and get some easy looks.
Yeah, I agree, Mike. It's you just wonder how many when this game is over, how many players will Evergreen they're in danger right now of 3 or 4.
Well, you remember what happened a year ago tonight when Oregon Tech played Corbin with 5 players.
Yeah.
That was the Kennedy Toll show.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Tech will put the ball in play and get it into Gascon. Both original starting lineups in the game. Get it into Melissa Lee. Back over for a long 3 ball from Sprague. Got it. She's got 11 now in the game. 11 points for Miss Sprague. All right, to the front court. Here comes Yenny. Get it back out on top to Bungay. Bungay on the dribble. Comes around, gives it now to Sackrider. Back to Yenny. Yenny back over to Bungay. Thought about a 3, didn't take it. But Yenny, good fake, goes underneath. And the ball tapped away, but Yenny comes back up with it. The lefty gets it out now. Bungay. Bungay wants to shoot. Can't, but they get it in instead. A nice shot there by Sydney Van Ness. She picks up right where she left off. And Van Ness now in the game has got a total of 14. Over here, Sprague. Can she do it again? She can. That one absolutely had eyes. It was lined up right with me, and it was El Perfecto, and the lead is now 19, 58-39. And here comes Evergreen. Both teams red hot again to start this half. All right, Bungay gets it to Sackrider. Sackrider lost it momentarily, got it back, gets it down underneath, put up a shot along the baseline, roll up and down on the shot by Tuvi Tran. 58-41. Racehorse basketball. Pass over to Sprague on this side. Out on top, Sprague takes a return pass, gets it inside, put it up, score the bucket. Maddie Toll. Nobody's missed a basket, Mike. This is unreal. 60-41, 8:20 remaining in quarter number 3. Women's basketball at its scoringest, I'll tell you. Wow. All right. With the ball, looking around. Sackrider, get it out now to Van Ness. Now we've got our first whistle. Did they call it on Hootie over there? No, they called it instead. They called it on Gabby Gascon. So that is the second foul on the game on Gascon. Looking to get it in, and they do along the baseline to Van Ness. Now out on top with it to Yenny. Yenny wants to back off. Now she drives underneath, kicks it back to Van Ness. She launches one, no good. Rebound comes down to Gascon. Gascon coming up, pass it to Sprague on the far side. Back to Gabby. Over here, long 3 ball on the way by Elquist. Back of the iron. Gets her own rebound. Wants to put it up. No. But putting it back up this time and in for Oregon Tech was going to be Maddie Toll. And timeout Oregon Tech. 7:36 remaining in the third. Tech 62. The Gooey Ducks 41. We'll be back.
Biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection in years. Plus, and no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
His junior season. Okay. And so it's funny, they had Derek Pringle was the point guard. He's the old Simpson coach, and now Jackie's the coach here at Evergreen. All right, we got 10 seconds.
Okay.
Bobby, you talked about the quick start for Oregon Tech here in the second half. 4 for 6 shooting for OIT.
Wow, all right. Evergreen puts the ball in play. Pressured by OIT in the backcourt. Still in the backcourt. Looking to get it across is Tran. Does so to Yenny. And we're going to have...
Said it was off Kate.
It was off of...
Kennedy Toll.
Kennedy was standing there, so Evergreen puts the ball back in play. Now they get the ball down the side to Van Ness. Van Ness down along the baseline, gets the ball back out on top to Yenny. Now gives it up to Bungay. Now back to Yenny. Now over driving along and wanting to, nice pass. But the shot missed by Van Ness. Wide open and just missed it right there. Too good a shot, I guess. Melissa Lee's going to drive down, toss it up off the glass. It will not go. Ball knocked around. And it is gathered by Oregon Tech. And then it is tossed, and we have a whistle and a foul. Is it going to be Sprague? It is. Olivia Sprague reached in, so that's her third personal foul. She'll come out of the game now. And back into the game to replace her is Gabby Gascon. And out of the back court comes Monique Bungay. Bungay gets the ball over to Stewart, back to Bungay. Bungay passes underneath, looking to get it in, and they do it to the foul line. Shot on the way up and in by Van Ness, and Van Ness now in the game, 16 points. Tech comes the other way. Melissa Lee down by the end line. Now they get it over on this right there at the corner. Now inside, Tull has it. She whirls, wants to go up. It will not go, but she's fouled on the play.
Late whistle.
A very late whistle, and the foul's going to go against Stewart. So Stewart will pick up the personal foul. Only her first, so they're lucky in that respect. And Tull at the line. Maddie's first shot, perfect. Maddie Tull now in the game's got 13 points. Following up her career high of 23, Michael, last night.
What a great weekend for her and Sprague so far.
Maddie's second shot, another one, nothing but net for Maddie. And she has 14. She and Sprague both have 14 again. This is nip and tuck to see who gets the most points between the two of them for the weekend before they go home for Christmas. Christmas break. We'll all be off for that. Shot blocked by Melissa Lee, another one. And they come back. And a great interception by Melissa Lee. Holy cow. She is on fire, driving down, go to the hoop, put it up, won't go, gets her own rebound, and it's a held ball. She goes down and pops back up. Boy, she got some energy after, I don't know. Didn't look like she was hurting too bad there, Mike. No points came out of it, but boy, what a flurry there by Melissa Lee. Okay, out of the backcourt comes Tran. Tran on the dribble, terminates, gives it up to Stewart. Now back to Bungay, back over to Tran. Tran goes down right-hand side, little 15-footer. In and out, tough roll on the shot taken by Van Ness. Maddie Tull the rebound, gets it ahead. Now they go over to, now out on top with the basketball is Gascon. Now back to Maddie Tull, out on the high post, now to Elliott. Elliott tries to get it inside Lee, and it's intercepted. Not a real good pass. Time to pass it inside with 2 against 1. Shot up and in this time. It's going to be Paris Wilson. And at 64-45, they've cut the lead back to 19 with 5 minutes remaining in quarter number 3. Gascon comes over on the near side, driving down, putting a shot up off the glass. It will not go for Kennedy Tull. But there is a foul call, and Kennedy Tull will go to the line. Foul is going to be charged to Monique Bungay, and Bungay will pick up her 4th personal foul. And now Melissa Lee comes out. And coming back into the game is Alex Conley. And Kennedy Tull goes to the line to shoot 2. Tull, first shot, perfect. Kennedy, 80% on the season. And what is she today, Mike?
6 for 6.
6 for 6 today for Kennedy Tull. The Tull girls having pretty good time of things here to go home for Christmas. I tell you, the whole team is. And it's back to a 21-point lead. Yenny with the ball. Gets it out on top to Van Ness. Van Ness drives around, wants to go baseline. The foul's going to be called against Alex Conley. Conley will pick up the personal foul. Out of the foul line to shoot two will be Sydney Van Ness. Van Ness, leading scorer in the game with 16 points. On our side, both Sprague and Madito have 14. All right, Van Ness at the line, eyes the hoop, shot, bounces around, falls through. And she'll have a second. Van Ness ready, second shot on the way, good. And with that, we got a timeout. 4:37 remaining in quarter number 3. Oregon Tech 66 and Evergreen State 47.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them, and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, 1 foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
Stand by.
4 minutes, 37 seconds. Remaining quarter number 3. Fouls by 19. 66.
Tech with a 66-47 lead. Toll Gascon, Toll Conley Elliott on the floor for OIT. Yenny Wilson, Sackrider, Van Ness, and Tron for Evergreen.
All right, Tech puts the ball in play. Gabby Gascon brings the ball up 94 feet away, across the timeline into forecourt. Now over left-hand side to Conley. Conley drills, now gives it to Elliott. Elliott backs the ball way outland to someone and gets it over to Kennedy Toll. Now into sister Maddie Toll. Drive to the hoop, score it. Went right around Sackrider, who doesn't dare touch her because she's in foul trouble, has been for the last hour. That is the lead back up to 21. Now to Sackrider, way out on top. Now they go over the right-hand side to Tran. Tran holds it, looks inside, can't get it inside, so goes back with it to Van Ness. Van Ness now comes back out with it to Tran. Now back to Van Ness. Van Ness drives down baseline, jump from there, over and off, no good. Rebound, Yenny had it, but she's on the baseline. I'll tell you, Evergreen, that's a pretty good basketball team. You know, they do so many things well, Mike.
Well, and that's the thing that Paul Poach said in the pregame show was the fact that they're a player or two away from being really good.
Yeah.
They're good, but it could be really good.
Gascon drives to the hoop, can't get there, is fouled. Trying to catch up with her was Caitlin Yenny. But it was like putting Gascon to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Gabby, first shot on the way, good. Is that her first try at the line?
She's 3 for 3.
3 for 3 in this game. She has not missed a free throw all year, I do not think. She has won the second one, good again. She just, nothing but net. You know, never does anything, just net. Made them both. And then so a holding foul called against Oregon Tech's Kaylee Elliott. The lead official has gotten the ire of both coaches all day. He's taking it for everybody. All right, front court comes Evergreen. Drive over, right-hand side, give the ball up to Van Ness. Van Ness drives baseline again, and again she is fouled by Conley. Van Ness hits the deck. I don't know exactly. She ran in, somebody plowed into her somehow. She hit the deck, but she's getting up.
That was Alex Conley, I think, that got her. Just a good, hard shoulder to the body, and unfortunately losing her balance going down was the Evergreen player.
Yeah, it was Van Ness.
The number that stands out to me right now, Bobby, scoring. Oregon Tech's at 70. We're not even through the third quarter. Evergreen came into the night giving up 54 points per game, and that was through 7 games this year. So the Tech offense has really been key to the success.
Well, it has. They're over everybody. They're huddling, and our girls are huddling.
I think they may call it they may ask for a flagrant foul of some sort
against Conley.
Against Conley, we'll see how they're going to call this.
It was the second foul on Conley.
Nope, they're going to say a common foul. So that's
foul.
Good call for the officiating crew.
Yeah.
It was a hard foul.
Yeah, hard
but
foul.
Nothing above the. It was nothing above the shoulders, which is where the issues where it comes to the flagrant fouls. Anything that's above the chest towards the head.
Okay,
nothing there.
So Van Ness will go to the line and shoot 2. First shot up, perfect. She leads all scorers in the game with 19. She'll have one more. 70-48, Oregon Tech by 22 points. Second shot also good, make it 21 as Van Ness hit them both. And with 3:25 remaining in the quarter, here comes Gabby to the front court. Gascon drives to the right-hand side, comes back out on top with the ball to Maddie Toll. Maddie with it, tries to get it in, does, to Kaylee Elliott. Now backcourt, now they lob it down. The official finally moved out of the way. Shot up, no good by Elliott. Rebound pulled off by Sackrider. Gets the ball to Tran, who brings it into the front court. Tran on the left-hand dribble. Now gives it up to Sackrider, and a long 3-ball on the way by Wilson, no good. Rebound comes down to Gabby Gascon. Gabby out of the backcourt now gives it to Kaylee Elliott. Elliott's had a great game shooting from some of her threes and everything this whole weekend. Doing well coming off the bench. Pass by Kennedy Tull is intercepted by Wilson, and it's blocked. Holy cow, it was blocked by Conley. They come the other way. Tech does with the ball. Back out to Alex. I tell you, that was a great athletic play by the gal from Lakeview. The senior driving around. Kennedy Tull up and under. That will not go, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. Foul is going to go against Sydney Van Ness. No, it wasn't Van Ness. He signaled 24, I guess. Sackrider. So that is the 4th foul on Sackrider. And coming into the game will be Lily Stewart, and Sackrider will sit down. Coming out of the game for Tech will be Kaylee Elliott. And Maddie Toll also comes out as in for Tech. Jenna Wallace came in, and also for Oregon Tech, Ellie Kent came in. Shot on the way, short off the rim for the 80+% foul shooter, Kennedy Toll.
Tech had made 19 straight free throws before that miss.
Second one, she missed them both. Wow. She must have gotten jarred herself when she went to the hoop. Because that's very unusual for Kennedy Tull. All right, come the other way and knocked to the floor. No harm, no foul. And they jump over somebody is on the floor. Here comes Tech the other way. Conley's got it. Conley's going to be called for a walk. On the dribble, turnover Oregon Tech. 2 minutes and a second remaining here in quarter number 3. 70-49. Tech leading by 21 points. Out of the backcourt is Truby Tran. Truby Tran, oh, great pass, and missing the lay-in was Lily Stewart. And now we have a whistle. Foul, I think it's going to be Conley.
Nope, it's going to be Ellie Kent.
No, it's Ellie Kent that picked up the foul. Melissa Lee will come back in and replace Kennedy Tull for Oregon Tech. Back again is Van Ness to the foul line. She's already got 20 points in the game. Make it 21.
Soft touch around the basket.
Yeah, really, her free throws. I don't know, has she missed one tonight?
She is 5 for 5.
5 for 5. Going for 6 for 6. She's up to 21. Make it. Oh, she missed it.
Broadcaster jinx.
Yeah, there it was. So she's now 5 for 6, and Tech got the rebound, leading 70-50. Minute 35 now remaining in the third. Melissa Lee, top of the key. And she's going to put up about a 15-footer. No good. Rebound comes off into the hands of Stewart, who they get it ahead up the far side with it. It's going to be Van Ness. Now here goes Tran. Tran gives the ball up to Yenny. Yenny lobs her on the far side to Wilson. Wilson backs it off. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Minute 12 on the game clock here in the third quarter. Still passing the ball around, and we have a foul that will be called against Ellie Kent. Ellie Kent with the foul, and that will be number 5 foul. And so it'll be 2 shots going to the line for Tuvi Tran. Tran at game time was 10 for 13. Foul line, shot up good by Tran. Seen an awfully lot of good foul shooting by both teams in this game.
It's also been called that closely that there's been a lot of free throws.
There certainly have. You're right, Mike.
Between the two teams, Bobby, there have been 34 fouls. It looks like Evergreen wants a timeout, so we'll take it. 1:07 left third quarter. 19-point lead for the Owls.
Biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
Tech leading 70-51 with 1:05 remaining here in quarter number 3. Gascon across the timeline. Get it up to Jenna Wallace. Back to Gascon. Drives, backs off. Now over with the ball to Ellie Kent. She wants to drive to the hoop. Shot goes in. It will count. And she'll go to the foul line to try to complete the three-point play. And a foul will be called against Lily Stewart.
What a quick little dribble drive that time by the freshman.
So at the line to see if she can complete the three-point play is Ellie Kent. Shot on the way, no good off the back of the iron. Melissa Lee the rebound, and it's kind of janked away from her. She couldn't get out of trouble, and they come back the other way. Truby Tran with the ball on the right wing. Passes inside. Now they go with a long 3 ball from the corner, and they're going to call a foul on the 3 ball. The foul will go against Caitlin Wright. How many times do you have to learn don't foul the three-point shooter? Go straight up or whatnot. And so she will come out of the game to an unhappy Paul Poach. And at the line to shoot 3 shots will be Paris Wilson. First shot, no good.
Oh boy.
Wow. That was the worst foul shot of the whole day. And
I was worried it wasn't going to hit the rim.
Well,
it was wide left. It looked like a bad field goal. That looked way better.
Second one looked way better, right down the middle. Makes the second, so she's made 1 or 2, cuts the lead back to 20. 32 seconds remaining in the quarter. So when Oregon Tech on the next shot is good, made them both, they'll have a full 30, and they'll probably see if they run it down for the last shot or not. The lead is 19. Well, right-hand side, Melissa Lee, clear across over here to Kennedy Toe, out on top to Gascon. Baseline shot on the way, in and out, won't go for Kent. Rebound, still plenty of time for them to come down to get a basket. Tech did not run the clock like I thought they might. Way over right-hand side, down to 4 seconds. Somebody's going to, and we have a whistle and a foul. Foul is going to go on Gabby Gascon. No, now, wait a minute, they changed it. Foul's on Jenna Wallace. I can never tell when they're signaling, looking over here, if it's 12 or 21. It was 21. First shot is no good by Lily Stewart. She'll have 1 more. 3 seconds remaining. You just want to make sure if she misses that they don't get the rebound. Second shot, he missed them both, and the rebound cleared off by Melissa Lee. Stops that. Long 50-footer. Oh, hit the back of the iron. Holy cow. By the little one. I tell you, Gabby Gascon from mid-court cast off for that ball and almost made it. That's the end of 3. It's Oregon Tech 72 and the Geoduck of Evergreen State 53.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection in years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
There's a collision happening between science and innovation, environment and technology, thriving together in a place you might not have heard of. But the ones who discover us, they're the originators, working and learning in living labs that produce life-changing results and developing innovations that will change the next millennium. There's a collision happening. Be part of it. Be Oregon Tech.
Friends, headed to the fourth quarter. Tech has the lead at 72-54 with the play-by-play. Here's BT.
Hey, thank you, Mike. And a good game, really. I mean, sure, it's an 18-point difference, but both teams have played hard, made some great shots. Fun to watch. Down low along the baseline, Maddie Toll getting it way back out on top to Olivia Sprague, who's back into the game. She's going to be called for a travel. I'd hoped she'd gotten rid of the ball quick enough, but not according to the official. And they come the other way. Tran with it. Now they go out on top of it to Van Ness, back to Tran. Tran holding it, guarded by Sprague, wants to drive down. Sprague keeps her in the corner, gets it back out for a long 3 ball. It's just short. Taken by Van Ness. Tech the rebound, they'll bring it the other way. Travel called on Olivia Sprague. Wow. Back-to-back travels. Back into the game comes Bungay, and Bungay will replace Tran in the lineup for Evergreen State. Just underway here in number 4. 72-54 is the score. Tech went a long time not getting a whole heck of a lot of points in that last quarter. Drive to the hoop, shot no good by Caitlin Yenny. And she'll go to the foul line as they're going to call the foul against Alexis Elquist. Elquist will pick up her second personal foul.
If Elquist stays strong on that, it's a charge. But she kind of stumbled back as she was going instead of planting her feet, and that's why Yenny's going to the free throw line.
First shot no good. Yeah, you got to stand there like a statue, right, Mike?
Exactly. Just plant your feet. We saw Alex Conley do that last night. We've seen the men's team do it a lot. Just plant your feet, have a good, strong base, and if they come crashing into you, it's going to go the other way.
1 of 2 for Yenny, and the lead has been cut to 17. Pass over on left-hand side. Now Sprague out on top as Evergreen's really getting into it now. Now back to Sprague, wants to drive down, bounce down low with it to Elquist. Elquist gets it back out. Now Sprague's got it to Maddie Toll, and a foul, or no, travel is going to be called.
3 consecutive turnovers on Oregon Tech against the pressure defense from Evergreen. The problem is Tech hasn't been able to run over the last probably 2 or 3 minutes, and Evergreen slowly climbing back in this.
All right, back out on top is Monique Bengay. Bengay with it on the right side. Give it out to Yenny. Long 3. Good. Buried it. Yenny hits it, and it's now a 14-point lead, 72-58. I can remember when it was 22. All right, over to Lee on the right-hand side. Now here to Kennedy Tull. Kennedy Tull wants to drive down. Now over to Sprague for 3 ball. That one in and out, her first miss. The ball knocked out of bounds, and it will go to Oregon Tech. Kennedy Tull comes out of the game, and back into the game for Oregon Tech is Gabby Gascon. Tech taking it out, getting into Sprague. Out on top to Lee. Now over to Gascon for three. Back of the iron, no good. Great offensive rebound, pulled down by Elquist. Into Sprague, her shot, and they will call a foul. Paul Poach was going to have a fit if they hadn't, but they did call the personal foul. And the foul will go against Lily Stewart, and that's her third. And that will send Sprague to the line for 2 shots. Sprague shot on the way, perfect. Sprague now in the game with 14.
Evergreen on a 11-3 run to get back in it.
Sprague's second shot good as well. Sprague now with 15 in the game. Maddie Tull has 16. Those are the leaders for Oregon Tech. Leader overall with 21 in the game is Sydney Van Ness of Evergreen. Drive down, go to the hoop. Bungay, missed it. Great drive to the hoop, and that ball just trickled off the other side of the rim. Up to Melissa Lee, drives down to the hoop, shot no good. Foul is going to go against Evergreen. Foul will go on Caitlin Yenny. Yenny will pick up the personal foul. And this sends Melissa Lee to the foul line for Oregon Tech. Melissa, first shot, perfect. Lee in the game now with 7 points. After the game, 3 of the Washington girls will be riding with the Spragues and going north for Christmas. Second shot good as well. Guys back up to an 18-point lead of 76-58. Long time for us to get out of the, getting close to get out of the 70s, Mike, because we just, like you said, we have not scored or got even shots a lot of the way coming back down. All right, out in front is Bungay over on the right side. Now back out on top to Yenny. Yenny with it, back over to Bungay on the left. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Bungay lobs it to the high post, driving in to the right side. Now they get it back up for a long three on the way. Wilson, no good. Rebound gathered with great hustle underneath by Van Ness.
That was a good play that time. She boxed out. It looked like Toll was going to get there for the rebound and just beat her to a spot. Rebound-wise right now, Tech has a plus 11 average, which is right at their season mark.
All right, get the ball down low. Now it's back to Yenny for a wide open three. No, the rebound is tapped way back out to her again. And as we wind down to 7 minutes to go, 14 on the shot clock. And the ball is stolen, and it looked to me like there was a foul, but no call. Driving all the way down and going up and putting the ball in the hoop. How's that for the little one? Gabby Gaston.
Grabbed that ball, just went coast to coast.
I tell you, he's just all smiles. She's got 9 in the game now for Gaston. Go over to Yenny on the left wing. Gives it back into the money man. Now back over for three. Shot no good. Taken there by Paris Wilson. And they come back down. Lee again bounced the ball right off her knee. Look on her face says, oh no. Doesn't want to look over at Coach Poach, who's smiling.
13th turnover for Oregon Tech. Remember, Bobby, all the way back in the first half, Tech only had 4.
Yeah, it's time. You know, when they put the pressure on, Mike, this is the thing. It's handling the pressure. You know, you get a game that puts on good pressure, Oregon Tech has to really work at it because that's their weakness. Turn around, shot on the way. El Perfecto from about 10 feet for Van Ness. Van Ness now with 23. We got timeout Evergreen. 6:04 remaining in the game. Oregon Tech 78, Evergreen State 60.
Car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail, and over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
What's the World Cup do? The Beavers and the Browns both won on the same day.
Bobby, another final in the Cascade Conference this afternoon. Southern Oregon knocks off Northwest, a lot closer than I thought. 71-65. We'll see how that men's game plays out tonight. That should be a good one over at Lithia Motors Pavilion.
Yeah, it should. It should. That game was close all the way over there in the women's game this afternoon. All right, Gascon gets the ball over on left-hand side to Lee. Back to Gabby. Gabby out on top, wants to drive. Now wants to throw it to Lee. Not a real good pass. Couldn't get it around the opponent that was guarding her. It went out of bounds. Turnover of Oregon Tech. And they've had a lot of them here in the second half of this game. Leading by 18 with 5:53 to go. And out of the backcourt comes Monique Bungay. Now we give it on top. Sack Ryder back to Bungay. Bungay back over now to Yenny. Launches a three. Short off the iron, no good. Yenny tries to track it down, but she can't. She ends up over in the seats there saying hello to some of the fans. And comes back down this way as Tech will put the ball in play. Get the ball in to Gascon. Gabby with it. Gabby wants to drive down. Gabby now out to get it to Sprague. Sprague inside, off the glass and down, just like it was meant to be. Maddie Toll, and the dime goes to Olivia Sprague. Maddie now with 18 points. Sprague's got 16, and it's 80-60. Tech back by 20, 5:10 to go. Out on top, now they go to the left-hand side to Bungay. Inside down low, they try to get it back out, and the ball was tipped away, and it's picked up by Sprague. Come the other way. Ahead, give it to Gascon. Gabby over the top of the head to Sprague. Foul line jump. In and out, it won't go. And the ball goes down, hits the deck. The last touch by Evergreen. And Tech will put it in play underneath the basket. Coming out of the game will be Paris Wilson, and replacing her, coming back into the game, is Tuvi Tran. Tech to take the ball out, to get it out to Gascon. Gabby with it, now to Sprague. Sprague has it, over. Now back out to Gascon. Gascon with it, lobs down to Lee. Lee's going to go in, roll it up and under, and score it. Nice play by Melissa Lee, and she's in double figures with 10 now. 82-60 with 4:33 to go in the ball game. Coming into the front court is Bungay on the right-hand side. We've got a block called against Sprague, and that's her fourth personal foul. Olivia picks up foul number 4 here with 4:27 to go. And Poach looking down the bench, and guess what? Here comes Ellie Kent, and you know the Libby Sprague's coming out of the game. So Sprague comes out with 4 fouls, replaced by Kent. All right, under the basket to get it in on his tip, but still they got drive to the hoop, put it up off the glass. Great play by Sydney Van Ness. Holy cow. Van Ness, this may be a career high for 25. Not a good pass. Kent couldn't track it down. He goes out of bounds, and so the ball will go back over at the 4:16 mark. Goes right back over to Northwest. Or Northwest, they just lost over at Southern to Evergreen.
Northwest on their way home.
Yes. Hey, thanks. Thanks.
0-2 this weekend.
Yeah, I tell you. Ken Crawford, though, gotta love the guy. Nice coach. What on earth was that?
That was Kent trying to crash through a screen, and she's going to pick up the foul.
Well, she picked her up anyway. That was the famous bull of the China closet, wasn't it?
Boy.
Oh, I tell you. Knock them down and pick them up. Okay, they'll put it back in play again. 4 minutes remaining in this ballgame. 20-point lead for Tech. Looks like they'll pull up to going 3-2 on the season in league play. I think Melissa Lee, even though her arms are straight up, is going to be picking up the personal foul. Yep. She said I had my arm straight up.
Bobby, we talked about how many fouls on Evergreen and how they've been in foul trouble all day. Tech actually has been called for more fouls.
Shot on the way is good. That one rattled home on the free throw by Jacqueline Sackrider. Sackrider will have one more shot. Didn't get that one. Kent gets the rebound and hands it to Sprague. Sprague comes up to the front court, gets the ball to Kent. Kent back over to Sprague, and Sprague's going to be fouled by Bungay. And that'll send Sprague back to the foul line. No, it won't send her to the foul line because it's only the fourth. That's only the third foul against them. Takes to be 5.
That's her 5th foul on Bungay. She's done.
Okay, Bungay out and into the game again. Well, now it's good to see that Jasmine Apker is okay because she's all right to come in and play. So Lee's going to take it out right here in front of us and gets the ball in to Kent, who will give it up to Sprague. Sprague comes back over the right-hand side, 15 on the shot clock. Down the corner to Lee. Now they go down low. Kent put up a little 5-foot jumper that won't go off the board. Didn't go down. And the ball knocked out of bounds and last touched, they say, by Evergreen. So Tech will put the ball back in play with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Looking to get it in, looking, still getting. Get it into Sprague along the baseline, underneath in traffic, over to Melissa Lee from the corner, over and off. Rebound put up by Elliott. No, gets it again, puts it up. No harm, no foul. They get the next rebound. Sprague shoots, no good. Malie gets it again. Give it to Sprague. Wide out. Oh, underneath, put the ball up and score it. And that basket is going to go to Elliott. Wow, how many shots did we take? 4? Holy cow. 84-63, 3 minutes to go now in the game. Got 2 ball clubs are getting a little tired out there right now. Shot on the way, good by Yenny. Yenny in the game has 10 points, and we got a timeout. 2:53 remaining. 64-50 or 84-65 Tech.
Biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail, and over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
At Clement Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal. At Clement Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal to completely satisfy every customer, every day. Because our customers are like family to us. You'll also experience the teamwork of our professional and knowledgeable staff. They're authentic, caring, and the best in the industry. And when you choose from our great selection of new Toyotas or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, you'll experience a process that's efficient, easy, and transparent. Experience amazing at Clement Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Back here at Danny Miles Court, be reminded that our men's pregame show going on right now over on 92.5 KLAD. We'll have a short postgame show after this one. And we will have men's basketball coming up not too long from now.
All right, as we get ready, 2:53 remaining, 84-65. Ball be put in Oregon Tech to bring it up 94 feet into the forecourt. Get it in. Gascon with it out on top, left-hand side now to Lee. Ball, she tried to make a pass, and it was tapped away. Tech got it back, though. Gascon controls it, gets it back over to Lee. Lee with it, clear crossover on the far side. Now they go back to Jenna Wallace. Now back out to Gascon. Back over to Olivia Sprague. Down along the baseline for a long 3 by Wallace, and she hits it. It's a 2. Her foot was on the line, and so it makes it 86-65. Wow, Jenna Wallace, nothing but net from about 17. All right, front court with the basketball is Tran over on the left wing. She's going to bring it out now. Gascon staying right with her. Tran now launches a 3. That one is a brick off the side of the rim. And the rebound to Sprague, comes to the front court. Get it over. Wallace says, I could do it, but I won't shoot it again. Get it in the middle. Now move it back out to Sprague. They're running clock now with a big lead and 1:50 to go. Sprague scoop to the hoop, won't go. Rebound tipped around, comes back out into the hands of Tran. Tran is picked by Sprague, who's going to go in, put the shot up, won't go. Gets her own rebound, wants to put it up. We got a foul called. Foul will be called, and Olivia Sprague will go to the line. And the foul will go on Tran. What hustle by Olivia Sprague. Holy cow. Melissa Lee comes out of the game. Also out of the game is Gascon. Chelsea Ching into the game, and back into the game is Caitlin Wright. Also into the game for Oregon Tech is going to be Alex Conley. Or they got 6 people. Okay, Elliott comes out of the game. Elliott comes out of the game. Right, it was going to be 6 against 5 for a minute there, but now it's 5 against 5. And Sprague goes to the line to shoot. Shot on the way. Oh, off the back of the iron. No good. By the sophomore from Klatskanai. She'll have one more. She has 16 in the game. Make it 17. And now Sprague's going to come out of the game. And into the game for the first time, our Melbourne, Australia girl, Ebony McMillan, comes into the game. All right, 1:30 to go. Tech has this one bundled away. Right-hand side, pass in, Sackrider shot. Oh, nice shot by Jalen Sackrider from about 12 feet. Turned, spun, and shot and hit it. Front court, Tech with the ball out on top. Chelsea Ching with it. Comes right-hand side with the ball to Wright. Wright with it, now out on top. Now Chelsea Ching with it again. Ching has it, running clock. 14 on the shot clock. Now down to 10 on the shot clock. 1 minute on the game clock. Chelsea Ching lines up for a 3. In and out, tough roll. We'll get the rebound on the offensive board for Oregon Tech. With the rebound was McMillan. They go around, long shot from the right-hand side. This one around and down on the shot taken by Caitlin Wright. And it's 90-67. High-powered weekend for Oregon Tech ladies, point-wise. And the ball goes down to Sackrider. Now in the corner for a long 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound comes into the hand of Wallace. Wallace brings it up to the front court. 27 seconds, differential of about 0.3 of a second. Game clock, shot clock, out on top of the ball. Now they go in the corner to Ching. She's got it, brings it back out on top to Conley, down to 12. Conley over to McMillan. Now to Wright. Wright's got it, looking down low. Give it under to Jenna Wallace. And Wallace loses the ball out of bounds, and it will go over to the opponent. And into the game now for Tech for the first time.
Lily Everson.
Is Lily, Everson, who comes in to play. Freshman from Forest Grove, Oregon. And that's going to end the game with a final score, Oregon Tech 90 and Evergreen State 67. We'll be back.